Why did you care that he was down in Miami?
It's not that I cared. It's just that I just had surgery, so I kind of wanted comforting from him and him to be there a little bit more and things like that. So that's more of what it was.
Well, you had some concerns because the minute he stepped out of the house when DJ came home, you took it upon yourself to snoop through his phone, right?
I didn't snoop because he gave me the password, so I just want to clarify that.
Oh, hold on. He did not give you the password that day, right?
He gave it to me to let me know I can look through it whenever I wanted to.
Right, that he gave you that password months earlier on in the relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
So this is not a situation where you guys are alone in his house. He says, hey, by the way, here's my password. Feel free to go into my phone. I'm going to go step outside. That didn't happen, right?
No.
Okay. So he walks out for a minute, and you could not resist to take his phone, his personal property, go in, put his password, and start snooping around, right?
Yes, because we were in a relationship and he gave me that password.
Okay. So have you snooped around in his phone on prior occasions with his password?
No, because I just had surgery, so I haven't seen him in I haven't seen him in a while.
Right. So you were snooping around because you were...
I wouldn't use the word snoop.
Overruled.
You were snooping around because you were concerned about him seeing other women down in Miami. Isn't that the bottom line?
The bottom line is he was my boyfriend at the time. I haven't seen him in a month, and I was curious. That's the bottom line.
Okay. You didn't want to lose him, right?
Of course not.
And when Travis said that he found Kyla's body more attractive than yours, you became infuriated. Right?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You weren't upset that he found Kyla more attractive than you?
No.
Hey, all I'm going to say is, thank God this wasn't a white woman.
In the Circuit Court of the 15th Judicial Circuit Criminal Division in and for Palm Beach County, Florida, case number 21 CF 002938 A and B, Division W, State of Florida versus Travis Rudolph. Defendant, verdict. We, the jury, find as follows. As to count 1, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 2, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 3, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 4, we find the defendant not guilty. So say we all, the 7th day of June, 2023, in West Palm Beach County.
Yo, so this is victory, pure vindication, man. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. So Travis Rudolph, former NFL player, only 27 years old, Florida, played for the Florida State Seminoles, was found not guilty of this murder accusation going back to 2021 when he was accused of shooting 4 people outside of his home in Florida. And thank God, not only was this, the obvious, but this happened in the state of Florida, which is a stand your ground state. It's one thing to bear arms, but in Florida, you can stand your ground, meaning if you feel threatened at any moment as a, licensed carrier, concealed carrier, you can shoot somebody and knock them off. But this woman that you seen in that clip, his former girlfriend, who ironically was married at the time when they first got together. Okay, so he was her side piece, but then she got mad at him and was accusing him of infidelity. And I'm like, hold up, you was married. How you going? But anyway, she did what a lot of women do, and she went through his phone, snooping around in his phone, looking for text messages, looking for stuff that she didn't want to see. And she slid to the right too many times. She seen what she didn't want to see, seen text messages of him and other women. Allegedly, he was in Miami training, trying to, do football training. A lot of guys go down there to train. But, there's also fun that's being made and being had. And she, with her insecurities and her curiosity, led to her snooping through the phone. And that's what the woman was asking her in the trial. Like, why was you doing that in the first place? Why are you going through the phone looking for stuff? So she sees something she doesn't like. And the bitterness in this woman, she goes among herself to call her brothers to come up there. And they got text messages showing where she's telling her brothers, and she admitted that she told her brothers to go up there and get some get back. And I'm like, you were that hurt over being cheated on that you gonna try to get this guy killed? And that's what it is. So 4 guys came at this house and confronted him about this dispute between him and this girl, Dominique Jones. And that he retaliated by firing 39 shots at the SUV they were driving, killing one and injuring one. And he claimed self-defense. And that's exactly what it was. And he got off, man. And you see he's celebrating with his friends and family. You see Dalvin Cook. It's just good to see a victory, man, because I think this case kind of got swept under the rug because this guy wasn't a superstar player. But thank God for him, this happened in the state of Florida. It's a lot of guys this happens to all over the country, and they're not fortunate to be in a bare arm state, let alone stand your ground state. And it's just the circumstances, because we've seen too many black guys fall victim to stuff like this. I mean, this is crazy. This is supposed to be a black queen, and you sending the cavalry because you mad you got cheated on. Like, this is what we doing now? Like, damn. This is something like out of a Lifetime movie. But the result is different than those movies usually are. But this is like the angry, bitter woman that you see on them Oxygen shows, How to Kill Your Husband and all that. Just crazy, man. There's no way you're that hurt that you, like they say, hurt people hurt people. And that's what this was all about. So good for Travis Rudolph. Hopefully he can get back in the NFL. He's only 27. I think he was playing for CFL at one point. But yeah, this guy had his whole life on the line, and thank God he got it. Now, my whole thing is this girl who sent these guys, this Dominique Jones chick, what's going to happen to her? Is she going to suffer any consequences for her actions? I mean, you basically put a hit out on this guy. Is she just going to get away with this? We know he's off, but what's going to happen with her? Because I'm like, that's nonsense, man. You gonna send the whole team? You gonna send the whole squad for what? Yeah, man, this is worse than John Morant mom getting 9 of them to come pull up at the mall. Like, she sent the goons at this boy, and then she goes and her explanation just wasn't strong enough, and that's ultimately why they lost this case and why Travis Rudolph got off on this, and it was rightfully so. But this girl right here, who claims she's a real estate agent, most real estate agents are pretty attractive, if that means anything. But yeah, he's off from the killing of Sebastian Jacquees. And then she goes in here. This is the classic stuff right here. When she confronts him after going through his phone, she admits she smashed his PlayStation 5. Violation off top. You gonna smash the game? Those ain't cheap, man. The PS5s ain't cheap. And then she called him a broke bitch. Okay, so you question his manhood. And if she called him a broke bitch, I'm pretty sure she smashed it. She slid in that classic, your dick little too. That's their favorite line to go to. That's the bitterness. She did all of that. And the moral of the story, she said, and then somebody asked her, isn't the moral of the story that you sent your brother and friends to go kill Travis? And she says, no, the moral of the story is him putting his hands on me. That's really the basis of everything. And I didn't send my brothers to kill him. And then they going back and forth. No, you just text to go shoot up his ass, right? And she says, I didn't shoot him. Nothing violent towards this person. I was upset and my adrenaline was running and I just said something I didn't mean. I'm so glad they didn't fall for this. Thank God. And then she tries to go and says he put her hands on him. That's why she did it. She goes on and says Jones went back inside the house to get a tequila bottle. And she claimed, Rudolph said, she claimed to hit him in the head with a bottle of liquor. And another item she picked up in the scuffle was a brick. And she tried to smash the window. Damn. This was a real toxic relationship. Then she goes on and says she admitted Rudolph never punched, slapped, or hit her, but that she did strike him. So this is how she really effed up. Then she says, I don't think I slapped him, but I did, throw a punch, a punch or two. This was a travesty. Whoever was defending her public attorney or whatever, they had to be looking at her like, what are you doing? Then she confesses to deleting the text messages of shooting his ass up. She got text messages that say, shoot his ass, shoot up his shit. referring to Rudolph as a dead man walking. Wow. This was a pretty easy case for them to settle. I don't know why this even took so long. But thank God for justice, and shout out to Travis Rudolph. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was a big fan. He played at FSU, played for the Giants. Don't matter at the end of the day. It's just good to see justice. But what's gonna happen to this girl for setting him up? That's my question. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Walking with time.